Hello and welcome to another video from the Fantasy Legion. We're doing a mock draft today, Sean, so we're going to be testing your drafting skills. But
yeah, well, we like these. So what's the scoring system?
Yeah, this is a Superflex one. So
okay, right. So a completely different mindset.
You can play two QBs. Ideally, you'd be for that.
Well, so we tend to, when we've worked together before, we tend to put our focus. Other people go a certain route, but we know now straight away. As soon as you say Superflex, you need to find three quarterbacks. Now you need two of them relatively early. So our focus will shift from our normal drafting stance to looking at that more closely because we want to nail some of these guys.
Okay, now, so it's 4-point PPR, isn't it? So
yeah. So we'll see where our drafting position will affect what we decide to do with the first. This will be a massive because we're going to randomise it, so we don't know where we're going to pick, and that will determine what we do.
We are picking middle of the pack, pretty much.
Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so let's roll and see what happens. See who's there. See how it affects what you would hope that at least one quarterback goes off the board in the first 7, but it hasn't. But it has.
Yeah. So we've. What is going on? So is Mahomes still there?
Yeah, he is. We're going to take him. I mean, they said there's no chance would they take him in. They took Dalvin Cook in a Superflex league. No chance. I'll have
Lamar Jackson's gone.
Yeah, I'll take Patrick. Would you agree?
Have a look at the players that gone. McCaffrey went. Yeah, I can understand that. Karma, Ayuk of the Storm. Barkley, Elliott. I mean, they're all. It's too tough. You can't turn down Mahomes here, can you? Surely.
I say no percent would they pick him. No chance. It's Superflex. Of course you pick him. Absolutely, of course.
I don't know. That can't be right, can it?
That's mental, that is. So
it must know it's Superflex because it's got Lamar Jackson's gone.
Absolutely. And again, we'll look at it here. So we've got some good options. There are some tasty players here. So what went before? What did we see that went before? Did any other quarterbacks go off the board? It doesn't look like they have.
No, not really. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, Dak Prescott's gone.
Okay.
Went at 3. So we got Russell Wilson.
That's brilliant. Also, you've got quite a few tasty players there. There's quite a few good quarterbacks actually. So we're all right. The way they're drafting, we can afford to. I mean, because this is not how it should go down. But if they're going to leave these kind of players on the board, then we can afford to take a player now. Okay. So what would you do here then for yourself? Who do you like that's left on the board that you fancy?
I quite like a lot of them.
So do I.
Take Jones. I wouldn't take Chubb because, although he's a good player, it's going to be
facing
a backfield.
You're going to face a lot of opposition, aren't you? That's the issue here.
Well, they've got 2 good running backs, haven't they? So it's tough.
Let's look at the wide receivers that are available. I think DeAndre Hopkins was on there, but I think there's a bit of an issue with him because of. Let's take Tyreek Hill. Let's take the pair. I'm happy
to take Tyreek Hill.
Let's have the pair and let's move forward to see who falls to us in the third round.
We've got a lovely stack there, haven't we? So
yeah. What quarterbacks are left? Because I want to start. I want to make sure I get my second guy. Brilliant. Okay, still got some good players here. Josh Allen would be brilliant, but I think have they still got Kyler? Is Kyler Murray gone?
Yes,
as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to take Josh Allen now?
So he hasn't gone. I don't think he has gone. What?
I'd take him.
Well, where is he?
Mental. See, that just doesn't look right. See, again, if you're being honest, based on ADP. And based on what drafters will do, he should be higher up the board, to be honest.
He must have gone because he's not.
Yeah, he must have done if you're looking at down here.
He's not below Matthew Stafford, is he? Oh, yeah, he went 202. Yeah, he went before.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, well, that's fair enough. I would take. Actually, you know what I would do here because we've already got a great. Why don't we take Matt Ryan for this year?
I would take Nick Chubb probably.
Would you? Okay, well,
in the third round, Nick Chubb.
Yeah, all right. I think you're probably right, Al, because there's still enough quarterbacks because the way this draft is falling. Okay, go for it. Take him. Let's have it 80%. Let's have the player and let's build on. But I want to make sure we get our second quarterback quite quickly, though, because although Chris Carson,
they're all still there. I mean,
that's crazy. And did I see Chris Carson still sitting on the board here?
Chris Carson's still there.
I think Juju. Oh, it's a lot of talent here. Calvin Ridley there. Oh, it's a lot of lovely
there's plenty of depth at wide receiver. Running back slightly less. Although
take Chris Carson. I mean, look how many catches he gets. He's so underrated. He's a great little player for us.
Well,
He'd
you
fit
know, I
very
quite
well
like
with us.
David Johnson as well.
You probably get him. The way that this draft is going, he'll probably be there in the next round.
Okay.
Or you take your quarterback now and see which one of those two guys is sitting there.
Yeah, I'd be. But then there's not much. None of them really excite me enough to want to take now. I think
not even Josh Allen
next time, weren't they? You want Josh
All
Allen?
right then.
We can take Josh
Yeah.
Allen.
Yeah, take Josh Allen, then we'll see which one of your running backs.
We got
see which one of the running backs.
QBs, haven't we?
Yeah, see which one of the running backs falls to us. If we're lucky, one of them will still be there. And they're still there. Look at that.
Still there. Right.
I'd definitely take one now.
Yeah, me too.
I'd definitely take Chris Carson there. He's top of the pack for me out of the two.
I mean, I'd take David Johnson.
All right, well, I want to give you the air on this because it's fair. You take him. Go for it. If you like the situation, go for it.
We'll take Carson. I don't mind Carson either. So we can take.
It's not a bad team. We got two quarterbacks, so we're in a reasonable spot. We can keep building. This is brilliant value. Look at that, Mark Ingram.
David Johnson.
Yeah,
David Johnson's still here as well.
Oh. I'm sorry, I'm not following this draft at all. This will never happen in real life.
No, it's stupid. Why in Redraft? Why would
you got PPR and Superflex? There's no way you get these quarterbacks later for starters, and you've got players here dropping really through the floor, which will never happen in our drafts. But fair enough. Okay, we'll take him.
David Johnson. I mean, he is a 3-down back on his day. I think he's going to get a lot of work. I know they got a Duke.
Yeah, it's no one to compete with him, so it's a great opportunity now. Brilliant. Everything's fallen well here. Probably have to swing back for a wide receiver if they're what's available. Although still there. Look at that. There's some great running backs still. I prefer the running backs still here. Although Jarvis Landry's very, very cheap there. Very cheap. But you probably get him in a round or two.
No, they're very good.
Yeah. Which one of those do you prefer here? I mean, you can stack the pair here. You can have Kareem Hunt as well as we've got Nick Chubb.
I mean, that's our roster. We do need a receiver, really.
Yeah. But if you look at the receivers that are there, wouldn't you think maybe we go one more round here?
Yeah, they're not that exciting, are they?
No, I think I'd take
Mostert.
I would, yeah, because he's got the quickest route to 3-down work. So, yeah, I would.
And they're going to run the ball a lot as well, aren't they?
Given what's happened. Yeah, they're going to have to think more and more. Okay, which other... Now I'd take Jarvis Landry at this point. That was the player I was thinking the last round. So yeah, that makes sense to me. It's good value for us. Solid and safe.
Wide receiver too.
Yeah, he's solid and safe, and could end up still being the number one. And then we got lots of options still here. What other quarterbacks are available? Because we will need a third. We have to consider them. Love that. See, I'm happy.
Got to take Kirk, haven't we?
Happy to take Kirk Cousins there.
Or Drew Lock. Which one do you want?
Kirk Cousins.
So
more proven.
He's our third choice.
And that means we've always got the ability to throw, two quarterbacks in generally, which is great news.
And they're all 3 different bye weeks as well, which is handy.
So I don't feel we need to invest anymore. So now it's all about the players.
Need a wide receiver.
I'd take Mike Williams, and he's very underrated here. Mike Williams at 16% on there because last year was just an anomaly. It's just bad luck.
All last year, mind you, Tyrod
and so
Taylor.
I didn't think much of the way Rivers was putting the ball around. So I'd take Mike Williams. We've seen the guy has a chance to improve on those numbers, so that's all right for us.
I mean, we're talking 10th round. I mean, he shouldn't be there, should he?
No.
Right, 11th round.
You want to take a flyer on Henry Ruggs or something like that here? Or think he can fall further because he probably could. You got Ronald Jones if you like Marlon Mack. You got.
I mean, down here.
Yeah, I can't.
11th.
Yeah, it's cheap, but is it guaranteed? Is there guaranteed work, or is Clyde Edwards-Helaire the man? I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to come in and blow the league up. I really do. I can't trust Damian Williams. Just keep picking players you feel you can trust. I'd rather take a flyer on Henry Ruggs, to be honest.
What about Anthony Miller? Robbie, you'd want to take Ruggs just in case.
Yeah, just in
he
case.
Comes in and it's definitely opportunity.
I think Miller has a chance to do something there in Chicago, but the problem will be is which quarterback. If it's Nick Foles, it may not be a good fit for Miller. It's really complicated, that one.
I just think probably for this year, one of these two would be stronger. Or
would you prefer
a tight end like Austin Hooper?
Austin Hooper would be.
Gronk's still there as well.
Yeah, I don't mind your logic here I don't mind the logic of looking at the tight end position for a shot here and then see who falls.
Which one do you want to take?
I think Austin Hooper has a great chance because it's a team that's going to be throwing the ball all the time. He's very solid for that. Get a lot of red zone looks. He's a good little player, really. Well, not little, but he's a good player. And you've still got some great opportunities here.
Sammy Watkins is still there.
Look at that. Right, now it gets more complicated.
You could take a fourth quarterback.
Well, you deny 12 teams. You deny your
to get a third one, don't you?
Yeah, and I would, if I was gambling, because we got 3 starters, I'd take Nick Foles to deny our opponents a piece later off of the waiver wire.
I'd definitely take Darnold.
Then take him.
We know what
then take him out. Yeah, then take him.
Because you're denying somebody else.
Yeah, you're denying your opponents because there's 12 teams. There'll be very few teams who can have 4 quarterbacks. So it's a great situation for you.
There's 2 players here that could have decent years. Brashard Perryman could be the wide receiver 1 at the Jets. I know it's the Jets, but I mean, who else have they got?
He did show flashes, and with our team, we can afford to roll the dice a little here.
You got Sammy Watkins. He's decent when he plays.
I like the idea of taking Perryman and marinating him on the bench and see
Perryman got 138 points last year.
I'd take him. I really would. I would take him here and
he's
just
young,
see what happens.
I mean, he was highly talented at one stage. I mean, he
showed flashes last year of why. He showed flashes why last year. So definitely.
N'Keal Harry's still here. He's another guy who could improve. Sammy's still.
I'd rather be taking shots. So I think N'Keal Harry is one. There's AJ Dillon. He's worth a shot. Tua Tagovailoa. Take him. He's worth a shot.
No, I don't want 5 quarterbacks. I think 4's probably enough.
What about AJ Dillon for a flyer on N'Keal Harry here? You're loading talent onto the bench.
I think N'Keal Harry.
Okay, let's go for that. Quite a strong squad, I think. We've only got to find a defense.
You're looking for somebody that you can, take shots with.
We can only take defense or kicker now. We've loaded our full team on here.
We can take any defense we want.
Okay, so let's have a look at kicker first over defense. Let's have a look at kicker first. There's a reason for this. We take our man at the top. We've got all the options. So, I'd probably go. I probably don't want 3 Kansas people because we'll have to replace them on bye week. So I'll probably take Justin Tucker here for Baltimore. Great chance to big numbers. No, and the reason I take him is he's pretty much guaranteed 145 points in any format. So as a kicker, that's about as good as you want. He's going to end up the top 3, probably most likely. And as you say, the Rams have been very consistent on defense for the last couple of years.
They've got a lot of good players on defense. The Chargers, just with the rubbish offense, that could be awful. KC isn't really the defense, and the
Tennessee Titans.
The Rams stick out there as the best one, don't they?
And you feel good about your team. I mean, that should be, quite rightly so. 91 out of 100. I think that's a fair assessment of the squad, and that's okay. I can live with that. But you wouldn't normally get that kind of depth at quarterback.
I'd be over the moon. Maybe Jarvis Landry is a wide receiver 2. Is it? But you got Mike Williams as well.
Yeah, but let's be honest.
And Harry, they could all have decent seasons.
Jarvis Landry scored over 140 fantasy points last year in standards. So in this format, he's a very safe number 2 wide receiver, very safe. So I don't mind him at all here. To go with the more explosive side of the team that we've got. It's a good team, very strong.
It's got us ranked as 2, so...
I think the scoring here is interesting because I think they do a really good job.
Yeah. He's going to put our bench. I suppose we've got 2 quarterbacks, haven't we? So
yeah, well, what I like about being realistic about what they've done here is that the scoring is probably about right, 1,400 plus with that kind of team you would expect in a PPR format over 13 games. I think that's fair to say that's about right. That's what Fantasy Pros does very well, is accurately trying to predict the scoring that you'll do. So I think that's good. Very good.
I mean, he says our weakest position is tight end, but that's no shock really for one of our drafts, is it? So
no, we don't mind that at all, and we know that there'll be tight ends on the waivers. If Hooper has a poorer year than expected, or perhaps gets injured, then we're okay with that. We can find the value down there.
And there we go.
That's a good draft. Solid.
We want to hear from you. Do you like the team? I mean, what would you have done differently? I'm very happy with our running backs. I think we got 4 that could do a decent job there. Chubb, Carson, David Johnson and Mostert could all have put up big points this year. Mahomes, you know, what QB would you rather own? I mean, him or Jackson, but
I love Josh
if I got
Allen.
him at 7 in a Superflex, I'd be.
I love Josh Allen there in Buffalo, getting better every single year. Been on the bowl prediction list a couple of years ago. He's really outperformed. So was Patrick Mahomes. He was on our big list to break out. I predicted big things for him within 2 years, and boy, did that happen! He won a Super Bowl. So I mean, you can't get much bigger than that. So he's certainly done the job. So we've had a good track record on quarterbacks. So very happy with that. If you're interested in finding out who we are putting on the bowl prediction list for this year, we've got a couple of very interesting names like to go on that list this year, or at least be mentioned, who will be very good candidates for you this year if you're looking for a late round quarterback who could very much exceed his numbers. Take a look at that as they come out later in the year.
Okay, well, if you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Leave any thoughts and comments down in the down below, and thank you very much for watching.
See you on the next one.